Welcome to Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
I think, and I did look again just recently at the coast area, like, Moon to Wallaroo, Moon to Bay, through there, and there's still nothing, so the housing hasn't changed.
No, there's nothing for rent here.
Housing.
There's nothing for sale here. There was a really run-down place. It doesn't even have proper plumbing at the moment, I don't think. And that's had 3 people fighting over it. It's just crazy. If we were going to sell some land...
So the housing situation just has not changed.
South Australia's shocking, and our prices have gone up hugely too. So, which increases the value of what we're sitting on. But yeah.
One of the things that a place like Port Pirie's got going for it, if you're an investor, is you can still pick up a house and rent it. Like, you just pick up a house for $300,000 and rent it out for $450 a week. Like, where else in Australia can you do that?
I don't even know how people pay those kind of rents.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
And I've noticed there's a number of people that have moved into our town and bought houses, and there'd be 3 of them at least that have other family members living in caravans on the property. So to try and So
because in the country towns, as much as it's gone up a huge amount, like there's been a big leap, it's still compared to the rest, like compared to Adelaide, for example.
Yeah,
it's still cheap.
Absolutely.
Housing and cheap real estate.
Yeah.
Still just so cheap. And I think 5 years ago, you could still get houses under 100,000 that were livable in Port Pirie.
Yeah, well, just a few years ago, the house down the bottom from us sold for 305, and then...
And that's what, 10 acres?
No, it'd be less than that, 5 or 6, few acres, few blocks, and 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 big living areas, shedding, all the rest of it. And it sold for 530 a while back. So it had gone up that much, and that's all the post-COVID stuff. Yeah, the post-COVID impact.
Yeah, and there's definitely a huge housing shortage in South Australia. Like, there's just no houses to rent. Like, when I was looking, there was just hardly anything would come up.
Yeah.
And I was looking at Whyalla, seemed to have more houses, but apparently, like someone I know was talking to the real estate agent there, and the real estate agents were saying even in Whyalla, it's really hard to get the houses. Like, even though there's quite a few for rent, there's still a lot of people looking as well. So,
well, I don't know whether you're aware of this, but they had a hydrogen plant planned. They're going to spend billions of dollars
in Whyalla,
between Whyalla and Port Augusta, I think. So in that area, on a hydrogen plant. But because the Indian man that owned the smelters, is it a smelters at Whyalla? Whatever, the works at main industry at Whyalla messed up. They've taken that off him and they've canned the hydrogen plant, and they're sinking that money into Whyalla, which means that the job opportunities will not increase. And a lot of people had started investing in properties around the place to develop. And now it's nothing going to draw the people. So,
well, and you can tell that by the fact that Whyalla seems to have slightly cheaper rent. Like the type of houses that you can get there for, say, $300 they're bigger and nicer than $300 in Port Pirie. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's huge. Yes. So, don't know. And it takes so long. It takes 2 years to build even a transportable, by the sounds of it, at the moment. Someone was just saying talking about someone the other day and saying, they ordered it. Yeah, they ordered it over 18 months ago, and they're hoping it might be here May. Yeah, and that's a transportable. And they used to go up in 3 months. You used to be able to order one and it'd be on your block in 3 months' time. So, yeah. So it's not even if you're looking to develop, you're going to have to cater for the fact that you're going to own land for a couple of years before it produces an income. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult world that we live in, Dan.
Yeah.
As far as housing goes.
Well, I think the challenge is that it was difficult years ago. Then we had it really easy for a long time. We've gotten relaxed and complacent in the ease. And now it's getting hard times again. So,
yeah, we have the cycles, don't we?
yeah, we do. It does go through cycles. And no, the baby boomers didn't destroy the world, although we're often blamed. It's just the previous generations that got wealthy, that had wealth, did the same thing, expected it to continue. The previous generations that were very poor expected that to continue. And in each case it didn't. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to this guy talking recently, and he talks about a 18 and a half year property cycle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that comes from the 200 years of data, I think he said.
Yeah.
So I just think, oh, that's interesting that we have cycles of 18 and a half years, and it kind of makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
Because when I look and think, yeah, I can see that. I can see that in my lifetime, that, if you take it in 20-year chunks,
Yeah.
just to round it up.
And that's interesting too, because there's a saying that says, tough times make great men make easy times make weak men make tough times, and then you're back at tough times. So you're going through that couple of cycles of, yeah. And I mean, I know I spent a shitload of, when our income was, because our income hasn't changed hugely, but when it was comparatively high because of the prices of everything and the economy, I bought things that I didn't need, things that I probably didn't want, was frivolous with some money. Yeah, not as much as some, but yeah. And now in some ways I wish I hadn't spent that money, but then again, well, you make the decision at the time, don't you? And you have to live with the consequences. So, yeah.
Well, I think too, if you didn't spend it on that, you'd spend it on something else.
Well, yes. Yeah, it wasn't.
On the whole, it's not like we end up with the money, is it?
No. You've got the goods maybe, but I guess I'm in that minimalisation, wanting to wind things down. I know I won't be able to afford my cleaning lady a lot longer, and I really like having that done, probably more so since I've been unwell. And I'm a lot healthier now. I could, get it done, probably not to the standard I'd like maybe, but I don't need the extra dining suite that we haven't used, even though I spent several $1,000s on it. I saved up for it, I worked hard to get it, but the reality is I haven't appreciated it and haven't utilised it. So, and would I get the money back? Hell no, nowhere near it. I'd probably get a few hundred for it. But I think that bullet's going to have to be bitten soon, and just go, no, it's got to go. I don't need an extra thing to dust. Hit the subscribe button below if you want to follow life hacks beyond convention.